Travis Wingate, so I'm kind of bored right now. Pretty much caught up for the day's work. I obviously have tons I could do, but for the most part, I'm pretty much done for the day. And we got a whole long weekend ahead of us, so I can do stuff then. But I'm sort of just waiting for Judge Oberg to give the final order. Wondering if she has already, because 10 minutes and she's done for the day. Wondering if there will be any news indicating that she had given an order and what that order was. As I've informed you that I'm expecting, if the church loses, as they should, because the laws of the land dictate that they've lost, then I would expect to hear news about the church leaders flying on planes out of the country. And nothing in the church news, nothing on local news. So either she's waiting for 10 more minutes, or I don't know. I don't know if the clerks are going to be around to even put it on the docket if she puts it in at 5, right before everybody goes home for the long weekend. So maybe we won't see it until the clerks put it in on Tuesday morning sometime. I just don't know. And that's the frustrating part, is waiting, wondering. It's like similar to a jury trial, where you're waiting for the jury to determine the result, and they just lock themselves in the room for days and days and days and days, and you just, come on, it was simple, I'm innocent. But so this video pretty much is a slough one. I'll just share with you some ideas about my YouTube channel. It was pretty much for warning, but now that we're in it, that I was warning you about, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose now, because you're all dying, and people you love are dying, and Jerry Sloan, dead. Why? How? Was it coronavirus? Was it a heart attack? Because he had one 9 years ago. What is it? What did he die from? And so apparently he was not tested for coronavirus. And that's why they're not saying it was because of coronavirus. Yeah, I tried finding the video clip of President Monson trying to get Jerry Sloan's attention when he first became president of the church in 2008, and caught Jerry off guard as he was trying to focus on the game. So Jerry sort of dismissed him. But I found another video of Monson rushing through the crowd on the court. But some video ideas, I still keep coming more. I'm wondering if I should do a video just of reading the different things, so that I can throw the papers away and I'll have a video to reference if I want to go through a video, and do a video or do a book or whatever. Because that's how I originally got started, was doing books. So when I started warning Mormons, I was doing books warning Mormons. And I see the Kindles have picked up again, dealing with last day stuff. The one that's not, I had to come up with a title. I just threw together what I did from my notes, and so there's great conflict, but lots of people go to it. It's the chronology of the second coming, or some such title. That's the one everybody goes to, and it's just a list of what each prophet from the Bergamite church did. It's just notes, because Amazon lets me do books like that. It provides me with reference materials. And so, yeah, I was just, I need reference materials on what each prophet did during their reign on earth. And so, yeah, I can publish this. It's 24 pages, at least. So, yeah, that was all that one was. But lots of people are getting it, and not as many are returning it. So, I think Amazon may be denying people returning it, though. Thought I saw something like that somewhere. New videos go over again, but specifically focus on ex-Mormons sacrificing to leave the church. I wrote a comment on Exmo Lex's new video that she did today, talking about that, and so that's why that came to mind. It's going back to that video that I had previously done in connection with the comment that I made on her post, on her site. I also gave my recommendation for merchandise. Those who leave the Mormon church because we learn the truth, Mormons hate us for it. And so it becomes a sacrifice for us to leave the church. They can't quit us as we quit them. But it's not Mormons that we quit, it's the church we quit. And Mormons can't separate the two. We are the church, we are one, we are Borg. Literally. It's scary. And then the other one, do a direct sign or a direct video talking about the sign of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the inverted pentagram. So just go right to the point. And then a playlist idea, another playlist idea. I've already got too many, but this I think might help funnel new stuff into that, rather than trying to figure out all the list of playlists to put things in. Although I noticed that by putting in a greater number of playlists, it attracts more people's attention. So that's one thing I've noticed. But restored Mormonism. I already have corrected Mormonism, but I think this one I can focus more on restoring what Joseph Smith was trying to restore. I don't know how well that would do, because the majority of my stable audience are those who want nothing more to do with the church and just want fuel for their hatred of the church. Because they've learned the truth and have left. So I don't know if doing a playlist about restoring Mormonism will get anybody's interest, because Mormons won't like it, and ex-Mormons don't think they would like it either. But there would be a lot of bombshells in there for both groups. I just don't know if interest people by calling it restored Mormonism. So, yeah. And as you can see, I'm bored. Did Moses exist? He did, but he didn't. She just says, no, he didn't exist. DM Murdoch. She left it all into me to do it all. Because there's nobody doing her work. Nobody continues her work now. And so it's just me. I'm the only one who figured out how to do it independently. And we all figured it out at the same time, which was weird. Gary Greenberg, DM Murdoch, and myself. But Dorothy's dead since 2015 on Christmas. And Gary Greenberg, I think he's just too old. So I don't know if he's dead at all. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. I mean, he did 101 Myths of the Bible, which was a huge hit. Caused a lot of controversy. And was the source for me figuring out the Hebrew translation of the Bible. Because there were some words in there I was like, I know it's a noun, but what's it referring to? I don't, But yeah, his book, oh, of course. As a Mormon, I should have known that. So, yeah. Then went on, because of Gary Greenberg, helping me with Paleo-Hebrew translation of the Hebrew text of the Bible, Paleo-Hebrew text of the Bible, I then was able to decipher Egyptian petroglyphs. So, thanks, Gary, whether you're alive or dead. I'm sure he's staying out of sight. He seemed to stay out of sight after Christians slammed him on his 101 Myths for not referencing and all that stuff. He did make some errors, and he did sort of lose his theory at the end. He couldn't maintain it. He got weaker as he got to higher numbers. But yeah, he caught on. He just didn't know how to put it all in the big picture. So that became me who did that after I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew or petroglyphs, Egyptian petroglyphs, and then discovered that the Bible came from the Egyptian petroglyphs. And so, yeah, all three of us right at the same time period, and I'm the only one left. Los tres amigos, and now I stand alone. I stand alone. That was so awesome when the Scorpion King came out. I was like so psyched. Yeah, Egyptian. Yeah. And then, oh man, they're making up a story. Hollywood. Just like The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. I mean, it was still awesome, but yeah, they still couldn't follow Egyptian. Had to follow the old Hollywood version, which was still made-up fiction. It's still fun. Not too sure about the kid being smarter than the parents. I'm not liking that sequel. And then they had to get a different woman for the mother. Alrighty. But Stargate, the movie, then the SG-1 veered away from Egyptian. What are you doing? No! You had it. The original creators had it. Why did you put us into the Norse god ruins? Yeah, if you don't know, I'm going to spoil it for you. The Norse gods are the little gray men Area 51. So lame. But still awesome. Atlantis. That was Stargate Atlantis. That was a great spin-off. Yep. Especially when the Doctor blew up and had to be replaced with the hottie Doctor. I got her picture in uniform. Yep. But then they ended the show. Alrighty, I'm done. I'm done. It's only 5. Bored. Thought about redoing my game too, but that would be a project in and of itself. I really need to get this computer plugged in and running again so I can play my Civilization 3 Complete and Pharaoh. You go through the different stages of Egypt, building pyramids, building societies in Egypt, and it's awesome. You can even design your own game, which is awesome because you get the right setup. You can set it up so that you're making tons of gold and fighting off all these military guys on a regular basis. And yeah, I can just sit there and play that for weeks. Getting all sorts of money, all sorts of gold, and building pyramids and fighting off enemy soldiers, enemy combatants. But Civilization 3 Complete. He should have stopped there and worked on that, trying to further develop that. He went off on a tangent and no. But Civilization 3 was awesome. You have volcanoes in the complete version, not the regular version. The complete version has the volcanoes that explode, and you of course can be Egypt. So I'm always Egypt, and you can, as you develop it, if you play the Sid Meier's level, no, you're dead in one move. I don't know what he's thinking there. There's no way to win that game. But yeah, you put it on the basic level. It doesn't matter if you have like everybody on the board or just you and one other team. It's easy to dominate. They have extra ways to dominate. You can get the elephant, and so you get elephant soldiers, which is pretty cool. And then there's another horse type soldier that you can get if you get that other thing. At the end, you start developing nuclear weapons. So those are fun to anger everybody who's left in the game at that point. You're mad at me? Boom! Bye-bye. They show it's just awesome. But you don't want to do it in real life. That's why it's safer in a computer game version, because you know nobody's actually dying. But yeah, and then the space shuttle is the ultimate one, where you see who can build the space shuttle first and launch it. So you see the launching of the space shuttle and you win. So, but it takes a long time to get there because they purposely time it so that it takes time to get through the whole game as you go through each civilization. So there's no way to speed it up other than by being good, but that still creates a minimum time for the game. Maximum, minimum, yeah. Alright, we're at 20 minutes. I'll end here.